Hello everybody, I'm back with another video. I'm just making these videos just to help somebody. I know they helping people because somebody reached out to me after every video, so I'm gonna just keep it up. But today's topic is a very good topic because this one gonna help a lot of people. And the reason I say that is because, man, this is life. All of these topics is about life. Today's topic is just not wavering. And by wavering, I mean not being confused and not having a decision to make or a route to go on in your life and you don't know which way to go. You don't know if it's God talking. I don't like this little jump in the background, my little shadow, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep going. But you don't know if it's God talking to you or your friends, your family, your peers, the world, social media. Like when we waver, we're not sturdy in our decisions. So that's basically what this video is gonna be about. Like always, I'm gonna just start off with a Bible verse. James chapter 1, verse 6 through 7. It say, but when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. And then verse 7 says, that person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. And really, and this is James chapter 1, verse 6 through 8. That's in the New Testament if anybody want to study that verse or look at it later. Basically, this verse is talking about when you ask something of the Lord, when you ask for wisdom from the Lord or knowledge or just anything that you want to know about, knowledge or wisdom about anything in life. If you ask of the Lord, He gonna give it to you. If you ask God for anything, any knowledge that you need, any wisdom that you need, if you ask God for it, He's gonna give it to you. But the key is not wavering. I'm gonna give y'all an example, and I know that a lot of y'all have been through this. You ever been in a situation where you had a big decision to make, whether this is what college you should choose, what girl or guy you should date, what career you should pick, anything. But you ever had a decision and you ask your friends what you should do, you ask your family, what should I do? You ask your aunt, what should I do? You ask your cousin, which decision do you think is the best? Deep down inside, you already know what decision is the best. You just want whatever you want. You just want whatever. But in reality, you don't need to ask your cousin or your family member or nobody in your life what you should do. The only person you should be asking is God. And a lot of us that's why it's so important to have a strong relationship with God, because He literally gives us the wisdom and the knowledge that we need. We don't need to ask nobody for anything. We just like to ask people to feel that support and to feel like, you know what I'm saying? But really, God gives us all we need. So any important decision that you need to make in life, this verse talks about that you have to ask God. And it's important when you know something is from God, like when God is speaking to your spirit, when the idea keeps popping up in your head, you know that's from God. When something keeps coming to your mind, when God keep telling you to do something, but it's just not leaving your brain. Like if you have, for example, if God is telling you to move somewhere and and it keeps coming back to you, it might be from God. So a lot of the times we have a lot of stuff from God, but we just ask people what we should do, and that just brings chaos and confusion. And that's what this verse in James chapter 1 is telling us. When we hear something from God, and we know that it's deep down inside of us that we should be doing something, do it. You don't have to wait for no clarification, no support from people, no nothing. If God is telling you to do something, just do it, man. Like, for real, that's one of the biggest life lessons I learned, like, in my life so far, and just life in general. Like, if you're the only person that's believing in you, man, like, just do it. Like, you don't need nobody to tell you or to back you on something. Like, all you need. If God is telling you to do something, just do it. Just listen to God. Like, you don't need nothing from nobody. You don't need no clarification from your friends. You don't need no okay from your family or nobody, like your pastor, nobody has to back you on nothing. Like if you know it's from God, that's the key. Hearing from God and knowing that it's from God. Because a lot of the times we on social media, we scrolling, we seeing what other people doing, and that's what we think we should be doing. But in reality, that's not even what God wants you to do. That's why it's so important to just take social media breaks too. But that's a whole other video for a whole other topic. But really, like, man, this verse is telling you not to waver, man. Like, don't waver. If you know something from God, just do it. You don't gotta ask no clarification from your friends or your family. But I had a lot of experience with wavering. Like, in my experience, I had friends and family that thought I shouldn't do a lot of different things. Thought I shouldn't go back to school and go back and get my second master's degree, my master's degree. Like, I had friends telling me, yeah, I should start working. Oh, you can make 6 figures being an engineer with your computer. Like, just different stuff. Like, but when you know something's from God, man, you just gotta take risks. That's another thing that God gonna like test you on. Like, when it's something from God, you gonna have to like really take risks. Like, it's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. Like, a lot of the stuff that God wants you to do is not gonna be in your comfort zone. Like, it's gonna be stuff that you never seen yourself doing. Like, you're gonna be like, dang, I never imagined me doing that. But really, that's how you know it's like it's from God. If it's not, if you're not comfortable doing it, if you comfortable doing something and something feel good to you and feel right, it might not be from God. But if it's something that's uncomfortable, like if it's something that's like, dang, if it's something that takes bravery and courage, and that you really gotta take risks with doing, it might be from God. I'm not talking about nothing illegal, like nah. But I'm saying if it's something that is legal and if it's a passion of yours, man, it's something that it takes bravery and courage to do, it might be from God. So yeah, but really that's the message I got for y'all today, man. Just not wavering. When you make a decision, if you know something is from God, just do it. Don't waver. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? When you start asking people, that's what brings confusion. When you start needing clarification, like, should I do this? When you start asking your friends, should you really do it? That's when it brings negative doubt, confusion, all of these different things pop into your mind. But yeah, that's why it's so important to have a foundational relationship with God. Man, I just hope this video helps somebody. Do not waver. It's gonna bring confusion. I'm trying to tell you. Don't waver. On one side, you got God telling you to do something. On the other side, you got the world. Especially if you know it's not from, especially the person that you ask, a friend or a family, is not from. If that person don't got a relationship with God, you definitely should not take that person's advice. If that person is from the world, because it's a difference between the world's point of view and God's point of view. If that person is not from God and it doesn't have a foundational relationship with God, you should not take that person's advice, because that person does not come from a true source. That person does not come from the Spirit at all. So I hope this video helps somebody. Short, simple video. Do not waver. That's the title of this video. Do not waver. All right.